What's up, guys? Tony here, Stephen over there, Green Bay Packers fan and Philadelphia Eagles fan, two brothers from the UK, just talking about the NFL. What do you want to start with, Steve? Do you want to go straight into games, or do you want to go through all the news that you've come across?
I mean, I think one of the biggest ones that I've come across this week is it seems they've finally got an answer for what's happened to Christian McCaffrey.
He's torn both his ACLs, isn't he?
Well, it's now looking like apparently Achilles tendonitis.
Both his knees, isn't it?
Both legs. Which is your heel muscle, essentially.
Oh, Achilles, yeah.
Yeah, but there's been a couple of reports that suggest that he might have to have surgery on both.
Friggin' hell, man. Achilles is one of them.
That's a season done for considering he's a running back.
Yeah, pretty much. That could affect the 49ers. Well, on injuries, how many injuries do the Chiefs have rocking at the moment?
They're rocking quite a few, but I mean, they're rocking a bad one that Mahomes caused.
Yeah, the injury. Who was it?
Mahomes smashed up Rashee Rice's knee.
I was thinking Isaiah Pacheco, but it wasn't, was it?
No, it was he went out the week before.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rashee Rice got his knee bent backwards by Mahomes. You
did send me the video, and when I looked, I couldn't see it to begin with.
And then, I mean, that first video wasn't great quality, but the second one I sent was much clearer.
From the angle that I seen it, that was got a rim.
Yeah, you see it in the second one where his knee actually starts going backwards. It's like, oh.
Yeah, it's not.
I've had it, not to that extent. It doesn't feel good, even a little bit. So for your knee to go that far backwards ain't good.
I've got the injury list for the Chiefs going into week 4.
Yeah, quite a few on there.
Yeah, you got Nick Bolton, who's a left back. He hurt his back. Derek Nadi, defensive tackle, triceps. Rashee Rice had a ankle injury.
Yeah.
Jalen Watson, cornerback, shoulder. Chamari Connor, defensive back, heel. Michael Dana, defensive end, calf. Chargers had loads on the injury list.
I was going to say Chargers have got quite a few.
Yeah.
They've been a bit beaten up.
I'm actually just trying to see if I can find something about the news from Kansas City Chiefs injury report. Rashee Rice injury update. Rice was ruled questionable to return after receiving additional attention in the locker room. If his knee's bent backwards, that's it. He's out ACL. For the season. Yeah, he's out for the season.
That's ACL.
Yeah, 100%.
I saw today, I can't remember who reported it. It was either Rappaport or one of the other ones. He's had some tests done, but there's nothing conclusive as to what happened.
I did see...
But it's looking like at least an ACL sort of sprain or something.
From the angle of that video,
the fear is a tear.
Yeah.
The fear is a tear, but the likelihood is minimally. It's such a sprain on all his ACL area that he's going to be out for a few weeks.
Jordan Love had in the Eagles game, ACL sprain, and that was week 1, and he come back for week 4. So
so that's what I say. Like he's at least out for 2 or 3 weeks.
Easy peasy. If it's just an ACL sprain, if it's an ACL tear, I think he's out for the rest of the season.
I think so, yeah, because he'll have to have a surgery to repair it.
Yeah, so they've got Rashee Rice is out. Who else is out for them? Most of their wide receivers are out now, I think.
Apart from their new
Xavier Worthy.
Rookie. Yeah.
Xavier Worthy, yeah. Because they're saying that Travis Kelce will have to be the go-to guy now.
I think the only problem with that though is getting him open, because everybody's either double or triple teaming him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he hasn't been getting any receptions and stuff, because he's so big that if you just single cover him, he can just reach over you and take it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to need
as
to
I
find something.
as I can't actually open my notes on the computer, I've got to open them up on my phone now. It's not in my email though, is it? Here we go. Dolphins have a new starting QB, Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, I
He played in the
saw that.
Tennessee game.
Apparently his nickname is Snoop.
Snoop.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just seen it.
That's a weird
Um,
nickname.
but yeah, apparently that's his nickname.
He played in the Titans Dolphins game
That
that
wasn't
happened.
a great game.
He had. I got his stats from that. He played against Tennessee. He got 96 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, and a QB rating of 73.3. That's their
Yeah, I
new
mean,
QB1.
at the moment, but apparently some people are calling for them to find a better solution. Now, whether they do or not, they're going to have to look at something because I think Tua is going to have to miss this coming week as well.
Yeah, so the score there was 31 to Titans, Dolphins 12. What's that?
Yeah,
2 touchdowns at best? No.
with no extra points.
Yeah. Let me see. They got a touchdown, 1 yard touchdown there, and then a field goal, and then a field goal.
Touchdown, extra point, and field goal would be
Yeah, it doesn't even say they got an extra point.
As I said, they can't have got an extra point then if they got 2 field goals.
Yeah, doesn't look like it. It was touchdown Titans, touchdown Dolphins, field goal Titans, touchdown Titans, field goal Dolphins, touchdown Titans, field goal Dolphins, field goal Titans. So Titans, were they one of the 4-0 teams?
No, the Titans were not. They're the one with Will Levi who keeps dropping the ball.
So
You had Bills. Was it Bills?
Chiefs,
Yeah,
Commanders.
definitely had Chiefs,
Yeah.
Ravens. Were the Ravens? Chiefs, Steelers were definitely 4-0.
Yeah. Chiefs, Steelers, Bills, Commanders.
No, Commanders weren't 4-0.
You sure?
Seahawks.
Oh yeah.
Seahawks and Vikings were the other two. Vikings are now 4-0. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so it was Seahawks and Vikings. Yeah. Speaking of Commanders, though, Jaden Daniels playing brilliantly.
He's absolutely on fire, isn't he?
I was. They might be a conference rival or division rival, but yeah. So I made a note. He had 82.1% completion percentage in his first 4 games.
Bloody hell!
He beat
really
Tom
good.
Brady for the first 4 games.
That's really good.
Like that's history. Like nobody's had that. Yeah, he's just set that record for the first 4 games ever.
That's
82.1.
He's a rookie as well, isn't he? He just got drafted this year.
Do you want to know some irony?
Go for it.
If you watch Hard Knocks,
mm-hmm.
The Giants, I don't know if he's the head coach or the general manager, but I think he's the general manager, was asking his son who he likes as QB in the upcoming draft. His son said Jaden Daniels. Commanders took him. And yeah, look at the 2 teams now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Giants are currently 1-3.
The Giants should have probably taken him.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you got to give him to him. He can run it. If he carries on this way, he could be the next Lamar Jackson.
Easy peasy.
He's on that kind of pace. He's got the speed. He can run it into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the read. He seems to be able to escape the pocket when it's collapsing.
Yeah,
I think he's going to have quite a year.
He's doing well. Do well for himself. Cowboys Giants. Why do I feel?
I mean, do we really need to?
It's two shit teams playing each other. Cowboys won.
Mate, do you know what notes I made on that game?
Go for it.
Cowboys and Giants seem better on defense than offense.
Both of them.
That's the only note I made because that's the only thing that seemed to really matter. You know, it's neither team seemed great on offense.
Mm-mm.
With the Giants where they are in the division and the league, because I believe they're 1-3.
The Giants.
So They're
Yeah.
with the Panthers, Rams, Cardinals, Patriots, Dolphins, Browns, Bengals, Titans, and the only team they're actually beating is the Jaguars.
It's not hard, is it?
I mean, they're that bad, and yet the Cowboys are 2-2 now. All the money they've paid Dak and CD, they should have been able to do a lot better on that game. But
Yeah.
their offense just couldn't seem to get going. Especially as the only other thing I've just realised I made note of, the Giants only made field goals.
Yeah, I see that.
That's all they got, and yet the Cowboys struggled to get going. I will give them, they have got on defense, they got Dexter Lawrence, who is a bit of a wrecking ball for a defense.
I've sort of come in this week blind as anything. I watched Red Zone and can't fucking remember half of the shit that happened. I need to watch Red Zone, then watch the games. Red Zone I love watching Red Zone because you get to see all the good bits. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get to see everything from every game.
So
as the Packers played on CBS,
the
and
last
then played on Sky Sports
two seasons for the Giants, Dexter Lawrence had, given how bad the Giants were last year, he still had 4 assisted sacks, looks like, and 3 sacks on his own.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the guy is, let's see, 155 kilos, which is, I don't actually know what that is in pounds. I don't.
It's 155 kilo.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
341 pounds apparently.
That's a heavy bloke, mate.
So he is also apparently 193 or 192 centimeters, which is 6'3". 6'3", 340 pounds coming at you. That's not good for anybody.
It's not, is it? Pardon me. Where are we? Week 4. Eagles, Bucks.
No, that was bad. That was bad, man. We are currently the only team apparently in the NFL who have scored 0 points in the first quarter of their first 4 games.
I don't know what's going on with the Eagles.
Defense sucks. We've got a guy on the edge called Bryce Huff. Took him in the off-season from the Jets. He has done nothing, right? He got paid like 10 or 12 million for a 1-year contract.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Graham, on his 15th season, 36, I believe, years old, has had more sacks than Bryce Huff. We're doing bad, man. It's not much else to say about that. Our defensive line isn't doing great. They were quite good last week, but
it's like your defensive coordinator is not doing his job.
He is, but the problem is he doesn't like doing blitzes. He doesn't like to blitz. He doesn't like putting too much pressure on the QB because of drop coverage. He prefers drop coverage for throws, which is all well and good, but they're also miscommunicating who's where.
Yeah.
I don't think it helped that they were down in Tampa. I think the heat got to them. It was like 109 degrees on the field, which is like 30 Celsius. So
yeah,
we lost a few players to heat exhaustion. Also missing 2 star receivers and star tackle.
Who have you got out at the moment?
Well, the most notable ones are Devontae Smith and AJ Brown are the receivers.
Yeah.
And Lane Johnson, the right tackle. They're the big guys. We lost Reed Blankenship in the game. Who else did we lose? I'm surprised we didn't lose Cooper DeJean. He got run into twice by our own team on punt returns.
It is still early in the season.
Yeah, but the problem for the offense, I think, is at least in receiver. I don't think our backup receivers have had enough reps to be able to go where they need to go, know where they need to be for being able to catch the ball. Because apart from AJ, Dallas Goedert, and Devonta Smith, it's pretty much an all-new receiver core behind that.
Yeah.
We've got at least 1 rookie, 2 or 3 trade and off-season acquisitions. nobody else outside them three know what's going on.
It's not good.
The run
It
game didn't
is
get
week
going
4.
either.
Your run game has been off for a little while now.
They just haven't been handling the ball. Because if you watch the highlights and stuff, when Saquon gets going, he's Saquon.
Yeah, he's an animal. Yeah, he's an animal.
He had a 30 or 40-yard run in this game. He managed to find a hole in the defense and just was down the field being chased by like 2 or 3 defenders.
Yeah.
So if I saw a stat that he only had 10 carries the whole game.
10 carries the whole game. Fucking hell. That's mad, isn't it?
You just paid 30 million for him.
Yeah. Work him.
If you can't get your receivers going, hand him the ball.
Use your running back. Yeah.
Well, but yeah, it wasn't our best game. Defense, I think the heat affected them a bit too much, and there was a lot of miscommunication. Nobody seemed to know where they were supposed to be. There was a few missed tackles.
Yeah.
The special teams unit was a bit hit and miss. The Cooper DeJean was on punt returns because Britton Covey's out. He called fair ball. Isaiah Rodgers pushed one of the Tampa Bay guys. I think he was trying to block him, but managed to push him into Cooper DeJean, who then fumbled the ball, and Tampa recovered it at like the 20-yard line, and then we couldn't stop them getting into the end zone.
I think I've seen that one, to be fair.
Yeah, then the second one I saw him on, I don't even know what happened. He's going to get reamed for this. Cooper DeJean calls fair catch, catches the ball. One of our players, Keely Ringo, gets up and just runs at him. There was nobody around him. He got up from the floor and run straight at Cooper DeJean. And it's like, what are you doing?
I think the Eagles need to wake up a little bit.
The only real good thing that happened in that game, I will say, is so Isaiah Rodgers, the guy who pushed one of the Bucks guys into Cooper DeJean, later on a extra point for a field goal, he managed to completely get round all the defenders and block the punt. Keely Ringo then managed to get the ball, run down to the other end, and gets 2 points. But I mean, it doesn't take from the fact both of them caused shit shows on 2 punts earlier.
It is week 4. We're going into week 5. Hopefully, you can get some blitzes in.
Well, I mean, we're on bye week now.
Eagles bye, are they?
Yeah, we got the early bye this season. So this week is bye week. So hopefully, the extra time they can work on communication, getting things going. Hopefully, and yeah, I mean, it is to say it is week 4. I think the big problem is there's too many new pieces, especially on defense. Yeah. They lost one of the big leaders in Fletcher Cox retiring, and then of course we lost Jason Kelsey to retirement. So 2 of the 4-star captains, if you like, that were leaders of both locker rooms have gone.
Yeah.
They're now looking, who do we look to? Who's leading us? And
yeah, it certainly isn't Jalen Hurts.
No, that was ironically I got a stat for that. So yeah, this isn't a stat to be proud of, that's for sure. Jalen has 7 turnovers this year.
Fucking hell.
Do you know who the only person beating him on that is?
Go.
Will Levis from the Titans. He's the only person to turn over more.
Jesus, mate. I think
he also has had a turnover in 9 straight games, which is the longest streak in the NFL. We are also -6 in turnover differential, 1 behind being the worst. And 27 turnovers since the start of last season, putting us at the most in the league.
That is absolutely fucking bonkers. Should we move along from your sad times? Because
it's a shit show, mate.
It's okay. The Vikings absolutely obliterated the Packers.
Well, you say that. I watched the highlights. They looked to get a bit going towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end, I think we missed 2 kicks We had 2 field goals missed. So if we'd have had them, could have been a different story. But Jordan Love didn't come back with his A game.
Did you not?
The last 2 games he's played, we've lost. The last 2 games that Malik Willis played, we've won. But that could be either way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of that the teams they played. I mean, the first game
Vikings
for
are savage at the moment. Anyway,
the first game back for him with a knee brace. I'm not sure
yeah,
the Vikings was the best one for that.
no. A lot of people I've seen online would say we should have had 2 QBs playing. Switch it up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not at the same time, but quarters or drives or whatever. 2 different playbooks because they're both under different playbooks, so it would have made more sense for us. They played okay. We didn't get a touchdown until the second quarter anyway. If you look at the Vikings, they got 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, nothing in the third, and then a field goal in the fourth.
yeah.
Let me see if
You
I
were
can
without
find.
Jair, weren't you?
No, we had Jair Alexander. He got a pick, I believe. Where is that? First quarter, second quarter.
Something happened. I know. I saw something this morning.
Score.
He was looking injured. It was injury report from 2 days ago, and likely to play against Vikings.
I'm sure we had him. Defense. Xavier McKinney.
He's been a beast.
He is a beast. No, you're right. It wasn't him.
That's what I thought you were without him, which obviously won't help because he's quite good.
It is hard. Obviously, I couldn't watch the game, so when you look up games, you know what it's like. You
Yeah,
get all the Vikings games that have been played. They just use those clips, no matter which game it was from, is all I
yeah,
could find. I seen the clip of Jair Alexander doing the gritty
right,
in
yeah.
in a video, but you're right, he was not playing. We have just lost Christian Watson to an injury. Yeah, he may not be back for a little bit, 1 or 2 weeks.
That's
Where
better
did I
than the
see
whole
that?
season or anything though.
Yeah, I think I've got it.
But he's definitely one of your
Yeah,
style
one of our
achievers,
key
and
players at the moment.
so
Wide receiver Christian Watson out for at least a week with an ankle injury. Not all the information is about. There's no update on Devontae Watt's ankle either. He got an injury in the Vikings game. I so badly want to find some way of watching American channels over here
it's annoying, isn't it?
so that I can see the fucking games because I hate watching highlights of Packers games.
What I can tell you, I'm on the next gen stats thing.
Yeah, I have got that up.
Um, I've refreshed it, so we're up to week 4 on it.
Yeah.
Jordan Love, still 3 for 389,
Oh, really?
4
I'll come off it.
touchdowns, but he did have 3 interceptions.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not doing
Um,
amazing.
32 out of 54 attempts.
Yeah, on the next gen stats, you can see Jordan Love passed to Devontae Wicks. Jordan Love passed to Jalen Reed. Tucker Craft.
Tucker Craft
Errington Cooper.
and Tucker Craft and Devontae Wicks seemed to be his go-to guys.
Yeah.
Jay Reed just behind him.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's just a blip. Because he played so well last season. I hope he hasn't fucking. I don't know. He's got this contract and is now fucking just not even asked. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but Jalen Hurts got his at the end of last season,
Yeah.
and I mean, you're doing better than us after that game. So
anyway, moving on from the sad Packers and Eagles games, Rams and Bears. I did not expect the Bears to come out on top there, 18 and 24.
I think the problem partly though is Rams lost a few of their stars.
Did they?
Yeah, if I remember rightly, yeah. So they're out Cooper Cup, they're out Puka Nakua.
Yes, they are.
I can't remember. There's somebody else as well. Injury report for the Rams: Cooper Cup, Davis Allen, Logan Bruss, Rob Havenstein, and Alaric Jackson. So they were out at least 6 of their offensive line.
Yeah. Could Caleb Williams be coming into his own now? Week 4.
Holy crap, though. I'm looking at this. They got, what's that? 6 listed for the Rams. The Bears have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on an injury list. 3 of which were listed as out. 1, 2, 3 were listed as questionable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 had only just come off of injury.
Fucking hell.
So both teams were pretty beaten up, to be fair, then.
Yeah, they are. Caleb Williams
But
got a 47-yard touchdown, though. And
that was
the
quite
game I'd
impressive.
seen last week, he was like short passing them. He wasn't at all trying long
last
passes.
week, I don't know. Last week seemed like they didn't want him to try and deep ball at all.
No, this week
It was like,
he had quite a
keep it
few
close.
deep balls. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was like this week they said just let it loose.
Yeah.
I will also say, did you see the bit? Did you watch the highlight of it?
No, I didn't watch any highlights this week. I literally just watched Red Zone.
So I watched the highlights of all of them, but the Bears one, they also got DeAndre Swift going.
Yeah,
So they seem to be running it quite a bit.
Yeah, there's a few here on Next Gen.
So I know for a fact DeAndre Swift is a ridiculous runner. He played for us last season.
He got a 36-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he 16 carries, 93 yards.
Fucking hell.
Kyron Williams got 19 carries for 94 yards for the Rams. So yeah, neither team did a lot of running.
No.
But yeah, I know DeAndre Swift, once he gets going, if he finds a lane, he will just disappear on you. He can hurdle and all sorts. The Eagles obviously lost their last 7 or 8 games or something stupid, and he still had over 1,000 running yards for us. So
it's crazy, isn't it? It doesn't matter how shit your team is playing, as long as you have that mentality that you're gonna win, you can beat through it.
So yeah, I didn't expect the Bears to win that.
No, I didn't expect the Bears to come anywhere really this season.
No, I didn't.
Obviously, it's still only week 4.
Where are we looking? They are 2-2 now.
What's happening? They're up there with the Packers, 2-2.
Well, looking at the NFL's list of divisional standings, they put the Packers at the bottom and the Bears above you.
Cheeky bastards.
But you can feel better knowing that they put the Cowboys above the Eagles, who are both 2-2. So yeah.
So Bengals Panthers. There's not much you can say about Bengals Panthers, is there really?
The Bengals are way off.
Yeah.
The Bengals are way off, is all you can really say. Joe Burrow isn't Joe Burrow at the moment.
He's not. The Bengals did win, but I don't feel like Joe Burrow's all in at the moment.
He got 232 yards though.
Is that it?
Throwing. I'm looking at the next gen stats.
That doesn't.
232 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
I say, is that it? Like I could throw 232 yards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but considering what these people are paid, and they are the top people in the world at their job.
Yeah.
I mean, Jamar Chase had 85 yards.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised by it. T. Higgins had 60. Eric All had 28. Mike Gesicki had -9. So yeah, I mean, the Bengals ain't playing at their proper level at the moment.
No, mate. My eye is really. Why is it showing me Bengals Chiefs?
Have you refreshed the next gen stat page?
I'm actually just discovering you can watch the play. And I clicked on someone. Yes. Oh, okay. I scrolled too far.
So Burrow got 22 out of 31 attempts completed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With 232 yards. Andy Dalton got 25 out of 40 completions and still got 220 yards and 2 touchdowns
Mad, isn't it?
for Carolina. I'm not sure he's their long-term answer for Carolina,
No, because
but he's not doing
Bryce
bad.
Young, he's doing better than Bryce Young was doing.
I don't think the way the offense is set up is right for Bryce Young in Carolina.
No, I mean, is he going to be there long term? Because
There's a lot of talk
this,
of him being traded.
yeah, and there's also talk of him not being traded, so I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so looking at his stats, and Andy Dalton's 36. I think they're running an offense playbook that's more suited to veteran
Yeah.
QBs. A lot of pass heavy, very little running, very much stay in the pocket, pass it.
Yeah.
More Aaron Rodgers style.
If he could get going, if Bryce Young could get going, I think he'd make a good quarterback for the
Yeah,
Panthers.
I think he would as well. I just think they're struggling to get him going.
Yeah, so do I. Not a great deal happened in games for me this week that made me think, fucking hell.
There wasn't a great deal across most of them, to be honest with you. As I say, I watched all the highlights. I haven't got many notes from much of it. One that I did make, that I think could potentially develop this week, is Steelers lost their game, didn't they?
Steelers lost their game. Who did they play?
Steelers play Colts. They lost 24 to 27.
They were doing really well. Steelers they were on fire. If you remember the last 3 games previously.
Yeah. But what I will say is, I wonder if they're going to try and use it to put Wilson back in.
Maybe that would make sense.
I don't think they should.
No,
because the Steelers, where are we? Yeah, Steelers are 3-1. So losing one game isn't the end of the world.
No.
Looking at the stats, he got 22 of 34 completions to 312 yards and a touchdown.
I can't see that losing one game would warrant switching to a different QB.
So looking at the next gen stats,
Justin Fields has played fucking outstanding for them.
Yeah, Najee Harris, their running back, had 13 carries, 19 yards. C. Patterson, I don't know him, had 6 carries for 43 yards. Fields himself had 10 for 55 yards and 2 touchdowns. I would be surprised.
With a sack.
I don't think they should take him out.
No, 100%. Just because they got beaten by the Colts, and I think the Colts were 3-0 as well. Oh, no, I don't think they were actually.
Colts are 2-2 now.
2-2. So
they would have been 2-1.
Colts weren't too bad.
No, and they had, to be fair, they had Joe Flacco. At one, they had Anthony Richardson, I believe his name is. Yeah. He was in for a bit, but Joe Flacco took over, who didn't do much better, if you ask me. He got a bit. Don't get me wrong. He did 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. But yeah, I think they should leave Fields in, because what I did notice on the highlights is when they were all sort of running over to congratulate each other and stuff at the end, Wilson was on the sidelines, kitted up.
They want to put Russell Wilson in for some reason.
Because they traded for him, didn't they? From
Justin
Denver.
Fields so much fucking better.
Yeah, but Russell Wilson was supposed to be the star quarterback, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And then they had the big shootout during off-season. And, Wilson won it, rah, rah, rah. He passed their test. He got the results they wanted. And Fields didn't. That's the difference.
It shouldn't matter. It should be wins versus fucking anything else, shouldn't it?
Who's got the points? Who's got your team wins? At the end of the day,
if a QB is winning you games, you've got 2 QBs, and you've got to pick out the 2 of them. You take the QB that's going to win you the games. Justin Fields is winning the games.
Streak is the one who should stay in. Now, if they lose their next 2, switch out, put Wilson in.
Yeah.
But they are 3-1.
Fuck them.
They're beating the Ravens.
What I say.
They're beating the Ravens. I mean, so you got Texans, Steelers, Chiefs, Bills. Who else we got? Commanders, Seahawks, Vikings, and Buccaneers. The only teams that are on the same level or a higher score. So most of the league is below the Steelers at the moment.
Yeah. Anyway, we digress because we always end up. We're going to do a short podcast this week, and then we end up. It's like fucking 2 hours long. I think I might be coming down with the kids' cold now. Motherfuckers! I've just all of a sudden feel really rough. Saints Falcons.
I don't know. Did I have any notes on that game?
I thought he was going to say no. They didn't play each other.
No, I was trying to work out if I had any notes. Basically, I only made notes for anything interesting, obviously.
Motherfucker! Water went down the wrong hole. Like a cherry tomato. Excuse me.
I've got no notes. No notes for that game. It wasn't that interesting from what I remember.
24-26. Mate, what is... Made some water to wash the water down.
Yeah, it was...
I did not.
It wasn't that interesting of a game. It was your typical back and forth. Both teams are about the same sort of playing level.
Yeah.
Neither team did bad. I'm not saying either team did bad, but I wouldn't say either team done exceptional.
No. So Falcons got 315 total yards and Saints got 366. Passing yards are roughly the same. Their rushing yards for the Falcons is a little bit lower. Penalties, mate. Fucking penalties this season again.
Mate, did you see that one? I can't remember who it was against. He dunked the football on a touchdown.
Yes,
he dunked the football over the thing. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Was it the Colts? No, it's either the Colts or the Lions, I think.
I think it might have been the Colts.
It's a frigging touchdown celebration. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Matt LaFleur, the head coach for the Packers, he got unsportsmanlike conduct.
I seen that when he was trying to call timeout.
Yeah, for trying to call timeout, and
do you want to know the irony of that?
Not hearing him. Go.
Do you want to know the irony of that? So only the head coach is allowed to call timeout, right?
Yeah.
NFL rule. Last week or the week before, in a Chiefs game, the defensive coordinator run down the sideline like a lunatic, calling timeout, and the Chiefs got
it. And the head coach for the Packers gets an unsportsmanlike conduct because he was calling timeout and they were still running the plays.
Yeah, they were still running the clock. I saw that. It is very much a penalty-driven thing at the moment. They're penalising the most stupid things, and it's not. The irony of it is, it's not every time.
No.
Some are getting away with it, some aren't, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've seen that. There was a list of teams that were getting away with things, and Packers was on that list. Chiefs were on that list.
Chiefs is a given, though.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Vikings-Packers game right now. They're saying that the Packers are getting away with stuff, not having penalties called. Vikings had 7. Vikings had 7 penalties. Packers had 8.
There was nearly as many on the Packers in the first week as there was the Eagles.
Yeah. Every team is getting fucked with penalties.
Yeah.
Bar one.
The Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly. It is, if the Chiefs win, if the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl this year, they are winning.
It's the refs.
Yeah, they are winning the Super Bowl. If they go to the Super Bowl, they are winning the Super Bowl.
So I've found a list for the 2024 NFL team penalty statistics.
Oh, go on. Yeah, I was looking for that.
Who do you think's had the most?
The most penalties called? I want to say Lions or Colts.
No, Lions are quite far down, actually.
Oh,
Texans.
really? That makes sense.
I've had 40 for 326 yards.
In 4 games?
2024.
How many have the Chiefs had?
I've got to find the Chiefs. Hang on.
Did you say 40 in the last 4 games?
Yeah.
That's an
That's what
average
this
of
is saying.
10 penalties a game
Yeah, the Chiefs have had 21 for 190.
in 4 games.
Apparently so.
Let me get the old calculator. That
Um,
is, what did you say? 21. That's 5.25 penalties called. And just in the Vikings
but
Packers game,
I'll,
there was not at
this,
8.
yeah, this is an interesting one for you. Who do you think has had the least?
The least
Yeah, and
penalties.
I would never have guessed this team.
40.
No, Patriots.
Shut up.
16 penalties for 172 yards.
Mate. I would, if I'd have actually thought about it for a little bit longer, I would have said the 49ers with the most penalties. I don't know why.
So the Niners are behind the Chiefs with 21, but they've both had 21, but
Mm.
the Niners obviously done slightly more serious because they've had 224 yards. So they've had an extra 34 yards. So they've obviously been
Yeah,
worse calls.
yeah.
So what do you think the Packers have had?
30.
They are fourth from the most. They have had 34 for 264 yards.
And they're saying that the Packers are not getting penalties.
The Eagles have had less calls than you.
Uh,
We've had 28 for 196.
I still stand by what I say. The Chiefs
The Chiefs
are
do get away with. I think they get what they get away with is interference calls,
yeah, yeah,
and they
100%.
get interference things called on other teams against them.
Mm-hmm.
That I think that's the biggest difference. The
Yeah,
interference calls aren't being called,
yeah, definitely.
which are the more obvious ones. But they'll
Mm-hmm.
get things like touchdown celebration, say, or unsportsmanlike conduct. Because especially unsportsmanlike conduct, you can't not call
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the teams above the Chiefs with less, you've got the Colts with 20, Bills with 20, Bengals with 20, Buccaneers with 19, and there was definitely one that should have been called in that last game. The Cardinals with 18 and Raiders with 17.
Raiders.
Raiders have got 17 for 133 yards.
When
They
I
have
think
had,
Raiders, I think dirty team will bite your
but
ears off.
they were out to their defense this week.
Okay.
One of them,
Yeah.
Max Crosby, who is one of their
He's a beast.
yeah, he's a beast, but I think he also gets a few calls.
Yeah, 100%. Let's move on, man, because we're nearly at an hour already. Jags Texans. Did we speak about Jags Texans? We did. Broncos
A little bit.
Jets.
So Broncos Jets.
I can't believe the Broncos won that, but Aaron Rodgers is past it now.
Oh yeah, mate. He got sacked and fumbled the ball, and it's what ended the game. He got sacked 3 or 4 times. I saw. He got fumbled. He got sacked, fumbled the ball, and he called timeout.
He called timeout.
He tried to call timeout, mate. If you watch the highlights, you see it. He's literally got sacked on his back, just dropped the ball and starts going like that. As Denver picked up the ball, so he started trying to call for timeout.
Let me see. New York Jets.
It was ridiculous.
Oh, I need to look at Denver Broncos stats. Not if you look at the next gen stats and you click Jets, it will show you the good bits on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4
He didn't
sacks.
do great.
4 sacks.
Didn't do great.
Jesus
He didn't
Christ.
do great, mate. He got fucked up a bit.
I love Aaron Rodgers. He just needs to retire now.
Do you want to know the irony though?
Go for it.
He threw 24 of 42, 225 yards. Right? Lost the game. Bo Nix, 12 of 25 for 60 yards and a touchdown.
It's such a difference in completions, isn't it?
Aaron Rodgers had 5 carries for 26 yards rushing. Bo Nix had 5 carries for 3 yards, but they couldn't get a touchdown. The Jets couldn't really get the touchdown count.
And Bo Nix's QBR.
Both teams got one, but
Bo Nix's QBR when you got 24 completions out of 42 attempts is a what the fuck are you doing?
yeah, It was honestly, it was ridiculous. As I say, there was nothing really good about that game. It was just quite funny watching Rogers get sacked and try calling a timeout because he dropped the ball, and watching Broncos run away with it while he's trying to call timeout.
What a donut. Commanders, Cardinals. No. Patriots, 49ers. Patriots got steamrolled
Yeah, but
by
it's the Patriots.
Niners. And you got Niners, so
The
Brock Purdy is savage.
Yeah, the Patriots are the fourth team from the bottom of the league on the list. What I will say is, did you see the highlight of it at all? Anything from it? From that game?
No.
They triple covered George Kittle and he still got a touchdown.
Because George Kittle's an animal. By far my favourite
Honestly,
tight end.
you see it, you watch the clip of it. He is in the end zone. He's got three defenders coming at him from different angles. He's like 1, 2, and then the third one coming in at front. He just goes up above everybody, grabs the ball, and just comes down with it. And he's like, "What are you going to do against that?"
So he had
Like,
4 receptions, 45 yards, 1 touchdown.
yeah.
Brock Purdy.
I believe
20...
there's a clip of Brock Purdy on that touchdown of him turning around and screaming to the camera after throwing for the Kittle touchdown.
Brock Purdy had 27 attempts, 15 complete, 288 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jacob Brissett, 19 complete,
Yeah.
32 attempts, 168 yards. Brock Purdy, though, is finally getting up there. He's got a 97.38 QBR, so people are finally seeing that he is the QB that you want.
Well, I think the biggest thing is, I think last year a lot of people didn't believe it because of how many weapons they had, because they had Christian McCaffrey, because they had Brandon. Everybody was healthy. Nobody was out for the season. So it was fully stacked team.
Yeah.
This year, they've had a few injuries. CMC's out. He's done. I don't think he's even played this year. Or he did for. I don't know if he made the whole first game.
I think he was out. I think he got injured in the first.
Yeah, but they've had a few issues with their offense.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still throwing. He's still doing what a good QB should do.
Yeah, and you've got to take into account that their defense is friggin' phenomenal.
Yeah,
they've got weapons on offense and defense.
Did you? I don't think you've probably seen it. Fred Warner.
No,
he's a linebacker who picked off. Who were they playing again? It was
Patriots.
New England. Yeah, he picked the Patriots QB.
Who's that? Fred Warner.
Yeah, their linebacker. The QB apparently didn't see Fred Warner in the middle of the field, who just jumped up, took the ball, run down for a pick six.
No, I didn't.
There's a reason they call him the missile. He just comes out of nowhere and just does what he needs to do.
So I'm looking at the stats, okay? This is Patriots. Rushing yards 73. Total plays 62. Yards per play 3.5. Niners. Total yards 431. Passing yards 283 with total plays 60.
Yeah.
Yards per play 7.2.
Looking at the next gen stats page, Brissett had a longest completed air distance of 30.7 yards. Brock Purdy had 52.4 yards.
Yeah, I've seen a clip
in one throw.
They're saying that he can't throw a deep ball and then he's just let that loose.
Yeah. I think that was the thing about last year, though, because of the weapons and that. Everyone was like, oh, he just throws low or he just throws middle of the field and they do the rest. And 52.4 yards. That's half the field. You can't say he can't throw if he can throw half the field.
Yeah. Yes. Let's move.
What I will say, though, is their biggest receiver was Juwan Jennings.
I did see that.
It wasn't Samuel. It wasn't Ayuk. I mean, he had 48 yards, but he only made 2 out of 5
It
receptions.
does appear that Brandon Ayuk is actually earning his money now.
He's starting to, yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say, George Kittle had 3 yards less on 4 receptions.
Yeah.
So,
Fred Warner did get an interception, 45-yard
yeah,
interception touchdown.
he just came out of nowhere. I watched the clip, and when you see the angle from where Jacoby Brissett would have seen it,
Uh-huh.
it's almost like Fred Warner just appears out of thin air. His hands just appear above the offensive line, and he just grabs the ball and runs.
Sorry, I'm just getting up that clip. I need to have a look at it. Can't miss play, pick six, touchdown. Fred Warner takes Brissett's pass back to pylon, reach score. Come on, low. Adverts, man. What is going on with adverts?
Yeah, they're kind of everywhere, mate.
Yeah, I've been watching Prime a lot, and the adverts on Prime are friggin' annoying.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the games last night?
I watched the highlights from them, yeah.
I've got to watch them. Come on, adverts, man. I need to see this pick six. 3, 2, 1. Adverts, here we go.
Yeah, he just runs straight through. He sort of drops back, looks at it, jumps, grabs it, and gone.
Hey, they pushed him over the line as well when they tried to tackle him.
Yeah. But do you see what I mean, though? He just kind of drops back in the field a little bit, watches, and then just goes, "What, Mike?" So it reminded me of a little bit. Finding Dory, the seagulls. Mine?
Yeah. Yes. This got to be.
He just kind of grabs it and it's just gone.
Let me try something. Oh, I can't do it. I was going to try and load it up so you could watch it as well, but I can't figure out how to do that right now. Yeah, that is an awesome pick six.
You
And
can't
then
ask for better.
when they tried
from
to
a
tackle him
linebacker.
at the line, they kind of pushed him over the line. They just hit him in
Yeah.
the back and pushed him over. Commanders, Cardinals. I was surprised, but not surprised. Obviously, we've spoken about Jaden Daniels being an absolute fucking legend
Yeah.
at the moment. Kyler Murray.
What happened?
We were praising him last week for how well he's been doing.
He's been doing well. He has been doing well. You know, that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched that game and it was almost like he'd given up.
To lose that drastically as well. 42-14.
It wasn't close.
It was not close at all. I mean, you are going against the Commanders, and the Commanders have been playing well.
Yeah, but so his longest completed air distance for Jaden Daniels was 29.6. Kyler Murray was 36.1. He's a veteran QB. He should be able to make. He should be able to make the plays.
Yeah, they had a. See, the Commanders had a total yards of 449, and Cardinals had 296.
Yeah.
There wasn't even many penalties. 67 total plays for the Commanders, 58 for Cardinals.
Yeah, it
Yards
wasn't
per
like there
play
was
were
loads going
terrible as
on.
well. Both teams 6.7, 5.1 yards. And I'm saying this like it's easy, but when we play flag and we only play on I think it's a 50-yard pitch. So trying to get them yards is hard. I said when we talk about it, I sound like I'm saying that's fucking easy. Just do it, but it's not easy.
It's not easy, no. But at the same time, these people have been doing this all their life.
Yeah.
This is literally their job. You know, it's the sort of thing they should be semi-competent at, given their pick out of thousands upon thousands of new people every year. You know, it's what they get paid. A lot of them millions of dollars to do.
It's crazy, isn't it?
If I was paid millions of dollars to work in a shop and I let a customer walk out with bad service, I would be fired.
I've got so many pages open. NFL standings. So we're looking at Commanders are now. Where the fuck are you? Why is it shut?
Commanders are 3-1 for the year.
3-1. And
You
then
flip that over and you get the Cardinals.
1 and
They are
3.
1-3.
But it's shocking because Kyler Murray's been playing really well.
Last week was brilliant.
Yeah.
This week it's the other end. This week, Kyler Murray was more like he was last year.
Yeah, 100%. It is. Where are we, players?
It's the bad side of Kyler Murray, if you ask
Yeah.
me. It was not good.
Desmond Ridder. I want to see his stats. Kyler Murray. There he is. Cardinals. Kyler Murray.
So for this season, he has 16 completions, 22 attempts, 142 yards.
For the past 4 games.
That's just for last. His career for this season is 108 attempts, 75 completions, 777 yards. His longest though was 60 yards.
His longest throw.
Yeah, his longest completion was 60 yards.
Yeah,
He's
against
had
the Rams.
six touchdowns and 1 interception.
Yeah, his longest was 60 yards against the Rams. I'm just going to watch that play.
He should have been better this week, if we're honest.
He can move around in the pocket.
Yeah, 100%.
He can clearly move around in the pocket. He can throw the ball. Why are we not seeing it?
He can run the ball.
Yes, he can run the ball. But why are we not seeing it in every game? He's just short throwing it, under throwing it.
Yeah, there was nothing good about that game, if I'm honest.
No. I'm going to be honest, there was nothing good about many of the games this week.
No, as I say, it wasn't an exciting week. It was the games that were close because both teams played well. It wasn't.
Yeah.
There weren't many one-sided games, if we're honest.
No.
The
you got
only
Commanders.
other.
Commanders was a one-sided game.
Yeah, but that's what I say. There wasn't loads.
That was it, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, that and the Eagles game.
Yeah.
That was not good.
Chiefs and Chargers. I don't even want to talk about Chiefs and Chargers.
There was nothing exciting happening. That
Chiefs.
Was a bit of a shit show for the Chiefs. To be fair, it was good to see them show that side a little bit, and see things that they shouldn't have done. That was their own fault, like Mahomes fucking up their running back, their receiver. That should never have happened. It shouldn't have even been that close.
No, it shouldn't.
But apart from that, as I say, it wasn't a very exciting game.
Do you want to skip straight to Browns and Raiders? I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch highlights.
Browns and Raiders. It was much of a match. There wasn't a lot that happened.
I mean,
you look at the stats; they weren't far off each other. To be quite honest,
that's what I'm looking at now. They're close in everything.
Yeah, that's what I say. A lot of it was back and forth.
It's been a pretty quiet week. Moving on, Bills and Raiders.
Bills and Ravens even.
Bills and Ravens is.
I was surprised by that.
Big one. Yeah,
I was surprised by how different that was.
I didn't think the Bills were going to actually lose.
I didn't expect the Bills to lose, to win. Sorry. But I didn't think it would be by much. I thought maybe it would be like a 3 or 4 point game.
Not 10 and 35.
I didn't think there'd be 25 point different, you know?
You are talking about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, but it's Josh Allen.
Two-time MVP. Yeah, I suppose they're two really good quarterbacks.
Two good quarterbacks.
Yeah. Their passing yards are almost the same in the stats.
That's what I'm saying. You look at the stats.
You got
it's
155
insane.
And 156. It's the rushing yards.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference.
The Bills only had 81 rushing yards, whereas the Ravens had 271 rushing yards.
Yeah, out of those 271, Derrick Henry had 199.
That's why it's called King Henry.
He looks really good in the Ravens.
Yeah,
he does kind of look like he fits really well with the Ravens. The way they work their offense seems to really gel with him being there.
He's an animal.
I mean, he's been an animal for years, but he seems to fit the Ravens' style of offense quite well. I mean, he had 199 yards, for Christ's sake. That's more yards than Lamar Jackson threw for.
He had. Let me see. Where is it? Box score. It always opens up on the team I don't want to look at. Derrick Henry, touchdown. Justice Hill, no touchdown. Lamar Jackson even got a rushing touchdown, which does not surprise me. Derrick Henry, rushing touchdown. I kind of thought the Bills were going to win, being
they
were 3-0. But you can't be sad to lose to the Ravens when they've got Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson. They've got an absolute weapon of a QB.
Their roster is stacked. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
The Bills lost one of their star receivers, Stephon Diggs. I think they're still trying to maybe find their feet a little bit.
They're young. The Bills' young rookie that they took on,
Keon Coleman.
He got three receptions, 51 yards. That's still really good. I'm not going to say that the Bills played shit by any means.
No, they didn't. But they didn't play to their usual standards, if you ask me.
That we've seen in the last 3 games, not at all.
Yeah, the Ravens are 2-2, but I mean the Ravens just come off that Super Bowl run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think. I think if you lose to a team and it's the Ravens, you can't be.
No.
Oh, we've done absolutely shit. You held your own on the Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens are good.
It's what it is.
We've spoken about Titans, Dolphins. We spoke about that straight off, more or less, with their new QB and Tua still being out. Seahawks, Lions.
That was good.
I've not watched it.
If you watch a game, Seahawks, Lions,
let me see.
Make that a game to watch. So I got a couple of bits for you on that one, actually.
How did the Seahawks lose with total yards 516, 383 passing yards, and 133 rushing yards?
That's what I'm saying, man. If you watch a game, that's the game to watch this week.
We need to end this right now. I'm going to go watch it. That's absolutely fucking bonkers.
Yeah, it was, mate. Honestly, the 5-minute highlights was just like, how did all this happen in one game? So, one of the main things that was actually quite good was another play that's been run a couple of times over the last season and a half. Goff snapped the ball, passed to Amon-Ra St. Brown, then run, and St. Brown threw to Goff for a touchdown.
I've seen that 1 or 2 times this season already, I think.
It's happened a couple of times. It was happening a bit more last season. Their running backs were insane for both teams.
Really?
The Seahawks running back, what's his name? Kenneth Walker.
Yeah. He got 3
Him.
touchdowns.
Somebody tackled him, right? He managed to not touch the floor while he's pretty much in a turtle position.
Yeah.
They started trying to bring him over. He managed to flip, get back on his feet, and carry on trying to run.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was just bizarre thing to watch.
Even Amon-Ra St. Brown's got a passer rating.
Yeah, well, he literally passed the goal. Yeah, and the running backs for both teams were just blowing tackles. Like, it wasn't, oh, come here, I'm not quite close enough, and they say, oh, that he broke that. No, they were off and going. One of them, the Lions running back, full on, bloke came in from the side. He just done the usual duck, I'm going to brace for this.
Yeah.
The guy bounced off him, and he just carried on trucking.
David Montgomery?
I believe so.
So I'm looking at the stats now. Jared Goff had rushing, right?
It was either Montgomery. I think it was Montgomery. He was a bit of a truck.
Let me see.
Yeah, Lions running back Montgomery was kind of trucking people a little bit.
I'm looking at the box score for rushing yards. Jared Goff, 2 attempts, minus 2 yards average, minus 1 yard, 0 touchdowns. Not surprised.
Goff
Mate,
isn't much of a runner,
he's
but
not.
he can
He
lob
can.
the ball a
He's
bit.
got the receivers, the running backs. He doesn't need to run.
No, but I mean, this was another thing. This is the first time this season he threw a perfect game.
Did it?
18 attempts, 18 completions, 292 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he caught a touchdown.
That's
literally 18 of 18 completion. Wherever he threw it, they caught it.
coming into his own again.
And when you look at the next gen stats,
I'm just pulling that up now. Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? Mad. Yeah, they wore their new ones, didn't they? The black on blue. Yeah, straight after this, I'm going to watch the game now. I don't have anything else, do you? Yeah. They're very close, aren't they? I don't think you can say anything about the Chiefs that isn't going to be seen as a good thing. Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same. The Chiefs seem to be able to do no wrong. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I think they need the break now. Unsure. We'll see. We will see how the Packers do. We have got Rams next week. Yeah, Rams, Cardinals, Texans, Jags, then Lions. So no. After that is Bears and Packers. Bears and Niners. Bears is going to be the one I really want to watch. I want to watch all of them, but Niners. Fucking hell, Bears. Right, give me 2 seconds. Huh? Oh, Claire's got everything out of the cupboard, so we've got a big pile of bags that she's sorting through in the dining room. I have to climb over them to get to my desk. So I just knocked my light over. Yeah, I don't have anything else. We can only be hopeful for the Packers and Eagles. They could get some. No. Yeah, yes. I'm just trying to work out when our bye week is. I can't see it. Oh my god, man! I got 26 messages. Week 10. Yeah, week 10. Yeah, it's after the Lions. Game after the Lions. Yeah, we could pick up. We'll see. I'm not fucking like the way the Eagles are playing. Yeah. Yeah. Because you snapped our QB's knee. Right, yeah. Yeah, same. Yeah, same. Right. We will catch you next week and ready for week 5. I'll speak to you later. Yeah. Speak to you later. Ta-ta. Bye.